You're now watching a clip from the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
The Miami Heat and the NBA. The NBA is about to start. I think the Miami Heat first game is October 4th. You know what I mean? I think that's what I've seen or heard, something like that.
Preseason.
Huh? Huh?
Preseason.
Yeah. Preseason, but I want to see how they actually, mesh up with each other, But first thing foremost, you got, Bam adding like 15 pounds of muscle, which is good. You're gonna have to muscle these guys because y'all was looking like weaklings when y'all was playing Anthony Davis and them boys in the finals a few years back in the bubble. So we want to see how that worked. Not too much with the Miami Heat. Really want to go ahead and talk about before anything. The NBA and their rules. They done changed some rules. Let me go ahead and see what it says. It say NBA rule on unjabbed players won't get paid for games missed if they're unjabbed. You feel me? So, huh?
You can say unvaccinated.
Oh, okay. Unvaccinated people. Our YouTube, I don't need them doing us green over here. But yeah, man, the NBA is, they're putting their foot down, and of course, you got the repercussions. You got Kyrie Irving being banned from the Barclays Center, because he don't want to go ahead and take the actual vaccine, and
What you think about that situation though? Like, you think, like, if you can't play for your own team home games, then what are you doing, really?
Nah, but they're saying that every state don't have the same laws. So we know that New York is like, putting a foot down, but states like Florida,
But shouldn't he demand a trade at this point? Because if you don't want to take the vaccine and you're not going to play half of the season potentially, that means you need to play for a different team, right?
And they're saying that you're not getting paid for those games that you miss. So yeah, I would ask for a trade. I guess the owner had said something about being a team player and stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is, man. It's crazy, that you can go ahead and mandate something like that. Now, again, you feel me? Like I do understand, but I understand if it was for the new players that's coming into the league, just like if I'm already at this job, I want to be grandfathered in. I shouldn't have to, if certain things I shouldn't have to go ahead and have to do because I already been grandfathered in. But again, same thing like YouTube banning individuals for saying things about COVID, like being anti-vaccine or anything like that. I mean, we're at their house. Like Chris said earlier, if we're in your house and I don't want Marcus don't want me to talk about something inside his house. It's his house, it's his rules, and I got to respect that, even though I want to talk about something. Now, that's a conversation, and you could just apply it to over here in the NBA. This is their house, this is their rules, and if you don't want to abide by them, then cool, you could go ahead and not be part of this conglomerate, a part of this job that helps you pay your bills and this, that, and the other. Now, again, I think he made enough money in the NBA where he could go ahead and do something else, but this is something that he loves. You feel me? And again, he don't want to give LeBron another edge in winning the championship. You feel me? Like, so I don't know if he's gonna take it. If he's not gonna take it, I understand his stance. You feel me? But I understand the NBA stance as well. It's just a divided situation for me. Like I just like look what we came to. We like the world done got effed up behind this bull. You feel me? Like you got 70,000 workers in New York possibly gonna lose their job on Monday because they said if you're not vaccinated, then you don't come to work on Monday because technically you're gonna get fired or something like that. You feel me? So, hey, I don't know what to say about it. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, Again, me, I'm an individual. If you for it, go ahead and do it. If you not, then I feel you too. Again, me, me personally, I'm kind of I'm skeptical on it. To take it for myself. I'm not saying that I'm never gonna take it, but I'm just saying that it's too early for me to want to take it, and for me to know that I can't actually sue you guys right now if anything happens to me, then that puts another barrier right there for me not wanting to do it. But again, I have a job. They have these same policies as well. We got until November 1st, to actually take it, or either get suspended or terminated, or you can go ahead and have a medical reason, medical exemption, or a religious exemption, and when that time come, I'll figure it out. You feel me? Um, Most likely, I think, but most likely, I think that you can go ahead and get tested. If you don't get vaccine at my job, if you don't get vaccine, then I think you have to get tested once a week. You feel me? So that'll probably be Friday. You get your results on Saturday, and you got to turn it in before Monday. You feel me? But right now it's free to get tested. Which is cool, but I don't think they're gonna be doing free forever. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, that may become an issue for, whatever workers. I don't know, but hey, at least they're giving some type of option, they're giving something.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I went ahead and got vaccinated because I'm a paranoid dude, and I deal with people who have had COVID around me, close contact, and they got were messed up, and they spread it to their kids and whatnot, and it just seemed like the logical thing to do. It's just like, for me, I'm more of a numbers guy, or I look at statistics, and if statistics show that it's going to help my chances, then yeah. But at the same time, I don't agree with these mandates at all. I think these mandates are wrong. I think it violates people's freedom. I do believe that 100%. Like, I don't feel like anybody should be mandated or forced to do anything, especially when the vaccine has shown that it can do damage to some people. Some people, I've heard, have died from the vaccine, or have been sick from it. Of course, that percentage is a lot lower from the people who take it and are able to avoid the disease killing them. But I can't judge somebody for not wanting to take it because of those reasons. And then people have allergic reactions to things. You can have an allergic reaction to anything, to be honest. And obviously the vaccine has this stigma to it. And I think it dates back to America forcing people to do things beyond their free will. Like, historically, I know I'm going to take it back right now, but like, even with slavery, you know what I'm saying? Like, America forced them to do something off of their free will. And some people may say that some Black people benefited from it, some people didn't, or whatnot, but still. And then there's been other things that America has done, especially to Black folks, kind of force them to do certain things, and there were repercussions because of that. So I understand that fear of wanting to do something that the government is forcing you, basically forcing you to do. Now, my job is the same way like Wes's, where they want to have more people vaccinated. If not, then you will have to test every week. I'd rather that than telling people that they can't work at all, even if they test every week, because a lot of people just, their bodies react differently. They've taken vaccines before, and because they kind of mandated for certain things, and their bodies didn't react well. So why would you force somebody to take something where they know their body's not going to react well, or pretty confident that their body is not going to react well based on vaccines that they've taken in the past? So that part I just feel is just wrong. When it comes to the NBA, like I said before, man, I'm selfish with my sports. And if you're a player for the Miami Heat, I don't want you missing games because of something like this. And
You're a good player.
if you're a good player, yeah.
Because if you're not gonna be on the court. I ain't gonna miss you.
Right. But yeah, it's like, yeah, you are forced to do so many things as an athlete. You're forced to take a physical. You got to do a lot of things, to get on the field. Or when you have an injury, they'll give you a shot or painkillers or something like that. And these players don't hesitate to take that. They're like, okay, whatever. Give me whatever I need to get back on the court. But for some reason, this is not interpreted the same way.
The reason why they feel like that,
Confusing for me why it's not interpreted the same way, because essentially it's doing the same thing, but people don't want to willingly put something in their bodies when they're perfectly fine right now.
Yeah.
If I'm perfectly fine right now, then why would you want to put something in me that could potentially harm me? So I understand that whole stance, because if I'm not sick yet, then why are you gonna put a needle in me? I understand that that rationale, and you're damned if you do, damned if you don't with this situation. It's a tough situation to really kind of regulate if you like the boss or the manager or the president. It's like, what do you do? Like, I don't understand, like, what is really the right solution then? Like, are you gonna continue to let the numbers go up and people continue to die from COVID? I think I saw the numbers the other day. 700,000 people died from COVID to this date. I think it's the most in the world in this country.
Well, how many people die from the flu and stuff every year? I don't know the numbers, but
Definitely not
stuff
that
like
much.
this.
It's definitely not that much within a year or 2 years time from this COVID. It's definitely not that.
I don't know. I be seeing all type of different things. I be seeing stuff where physicians are saying, they're being forced to say, this person actually passed away from COVID and it was probably from something else. You feel me? So hey, the numbers, unless I'm the one actually running these numbers, I don't know what to trust. You know what I'm saying? Again, people gonna have their discrepancies with what they see. I seen, like, I'll send it to you. Also, like, I seen where politicians, even our president, say, "Oh, we will not force people to do this. Da-da-da-da. That goes against this, that, and the other." And here we are today. Y'all said something before. It's video of you saying it. Multiple individuals that's in your cabinet, in your office, and boom, here we go now. And y'all changed from what y'all actually said. Typical politicians. You feel me? But again, like what Marcus said, like, I'm perfectly fine today. And why am I putting something in me that possibly can actually harm me? Again, I understand people are scared. You don't want to bring it back to your family. Again, you personally, Marcus, you know individuals that actually, your family, like, bringing it back home, and kids dealing with it, and parents dealing with it, and aunts and uncles. And I know people that, as soon as they actually, made a play, they weren't here to have this conversation with us no more. So for me, again, like you said, everybody's gonna have their different reactions to it, to COVID, to the actual vaccine. Personally, I think right now everybody should be getting closer to God right now, because right now it seems like end times. I seen on Burger King, so on World Star, this lady tried to actually buy something to eat, and they said, if you're not vaccinated, then you can't shop over here. You know what I mean? So it is kind of going back to like segregation, or, in the Bible, when people said the sign of the beast, if you don't have the sign of the beast, then you won't be able to eat. You won't be able to shop. You don't be able to do certain things. I don't know if we're at them times right now. Hopefully not. You feel me? Especially now, just have a son, a young son right now. You know what I'm saying? Like before it was just me and my wife I really had to worry about, you feel me? Now it's him, and like this would be a horrible time to be in those times, not being able to maneuver just because you didn't do something. You feel me? So for me, hopefully they find a way to eliminate this, but I don't think this going away. I don't think this is here to stay, like the flu. It's here to stay. All these, again, I think we'll build up a better immune system towards it again. But me, I'm more the natural immune system getting things situated, because me, I never took the flu. I'm shot before, but I know individuals that took the flu and they were sick like a dog. You feel me? After they took it, they got better. But I'm just like, shit, how many times you caught the flu? I think I caught the flu once in my life. You feel what I'm saying? So again, I don't know. But it's crazy that these players possibly will, be forced to retire soon. Um, I mean, but look, you got LeBron. LeBron said he's vaccinated, his whole family's vaccinated, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And, when the face of the NBA go ahead and say something like that, then guess what? Whoever else is beneath him, they could care less. We still got LeBron. But the thing is, LeBron is old in age. You feel me? He got a few years left, and you don't want to get rid of a lot of these young players that's great players. You feel me? Like the KDs, like the Kyries. Now, I mean, they didn't talk about KD, so I'm pretty sure he's vaccinated, But again, you got a lot of players that's probably not wanting to take it, and those can be the next LeBron James and stuff like that. So I don't know. Hopefully, we figure this out sooner than later, and this Burger King situation, as far as not being able to shop at a establishment because you didn't take the jab. Hopefully that's not everywhere. Hopefully it's just them. And hopefully like there's protests behind that, because like, yo, I mean, if I'm unvaccinated, like let me shop in the drive-through. You feel me? I don't need to come inside, but can I shop in the drive-through? But again, like I said before, and like Marcus said, this is my house. This is my rules. You feel me? If you don't want to comply with them rules, then you can shop somewhere else. But like, I mean, if everybody move like that in the world, it's going to be kind of hard for the regular individual to not have to take it, because I'm just like, they're saying my whole thing is I just don't like the plain fact when they say, oh, we're giving you the option to choose. You feel me? Because they're saying like, oh, we're but you're not giving people the option to choose, because if you're forcing people, if you don't take it, you can't work here, you can't shop here. That's not giving person the option. You're really saying like, yo, you got a few days before you got to take this shit before your ass God. You know what I mean? But if you don't take it, hey, it is what it is. You just gonna have to deal with it on your own. That mean living off the grid. That mean you live somewhere in Wisconsin, somewhere on a farm, got your own horses, own cows, own pigs. You slaughter them. You have your chickens. You have your own eggs. You got your water from a creek or from a well. You feel me? You're not, that's the only way. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the only way. And I don't know a lot of people that can actually do that. That can, it don't make any sense. What about when it comes to banking? If you don't, you can't use credit cards or your bank if you don't take it. If it get to that point, then what people gonna say? Like you can't do nothing. So again,
I mean,
I don't know.
I think it's gonna get to a point where any public place, you're probably gonna have to be vaccinated or probably show the card or something like that. But with anything else though, there's ways around that.
Oh yeah.
Find ways around that. It's just like with insurance, like there's a bunch of people riding around with a fake car insurance card. Like it's gonna get the fake COVID card. There's gonna be a COVID man. You're gonna call him up and be like, yo, I need a COVID card, and then they're gonna hook you up. Just like anything else. So
I seen something like that on the news, like where people got caught up with like COVID cards that were legit cards, but they weren't legit. You feel me? They because they didn't actually take the shot, but it was legitimate cards. I guess they stole them or did something, and I guess they knew someone that was I guess, able to change things in the system and say they got vaccinated.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about those people how many people they actually did that for already. And that's already in the system saying that they took the vaccine. They don't just got a card, but in the system, it says that they took the vaccine and they didn't take the vaccine. Like, how does that work? You feel me? Because some people already slipped through the cracks. If we don't know how many, it could have been 10, it could have been thousands, it could have been hundreds of thousands. We don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hey, it is what it is, man. What about news about R. Kelly? R. Kelly wind up being found guilty for sex trafficking.